We had a party around here under the Biden administration. And when you have a party, you have to pay the band when the party's over. As a result of the party, if you count the Inflation Reduction Act, which was the Green New Deal, the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, also part of the Green New Deal, the CHIPS and Science Act, your department got $99 billion in new appropriations, $30.5 billion in new authorizations, and loan authority of over $400 billion. How much of that $400 billion authority to loan money did the Department of Energy use?
Nearly $100 billion. Nearly $100 billion. Thank you for making the point that more money, as is shown in your graph and the numbers you quoted, and more people, that headcount in the department grew over 20% during those 4 years. Our electricity output of the nation as a whole grew about 2%. And the cost per unit of electricity grew 28%.
Well, here's what
we didn't deliver results for all that.
The Inspector General called many of these loans, quote, high risk. And he said that these loans were designed to promote innovation by financing projects, fine, not otherwise acceptable by private equity and investors. What does that mean? That means that the private sector wouldn't get near these projects with a 10-foot pole, would they? Only government would put up the money, wouldn't it?
That's correct.
For example, he found that DOE, under your predecessor, announced that it was going to make a $400 million loan. Actually, it wasn't a loan, it was a grant to two companies. They announced it. And then somebody pointed out to them that they were Chinese companies. They had to pull the grant back. This is another issue brought out by the Inspector General. Why are we loaning $7.5 billion to Stellantis? They can't get a bank loan themselves. I mean, J.P. Morgan and Bank of America have been shoving money out the door for energy projects. Why did we loan $9.63 billion to Blue Oval? Why are we doing all of this? I'm gonna quickly give you an example. I had a gentleman, I'm not going to use any names, come into my office yesterday. He's from a very wealthy family in another country. He wants to build a solar manufacturing plant in America. He's putting up $1 billion. You know how much the American taxpayer is going to put up? $850 million. So he's going to get, thanks to the American taxpayer, a $1 billion plant for $150 million to produce solar panels, which the world is awash in. This is unconscionable. And I hope you'll do something about it, Mr. Secretary. Now, at some point, we're going to get real specific about savings. And I'm going to expect you to get real specific with us. I don't want to not fund anything that's vital, but I'm tired of the spending porn. I'm tired of it.
I think you have good reason to be concerned with how monies have been deployed outside of the loan program office and for other assistance as well.